Welcome to Flash. Aha! This is the Flash fiction writing program where myself, the man who just quickly got some food in his face whilst the titles played, and our very special guests will spend a bit of time writing Flash fiction live before your eyes. With me, on my right, is Richard Holliday.
Hello, I'm here. If you don't know who I am, where have you been? I'm Richard Holliday, I'm the author of Nightmare Tenant, and subscribe to my newsletter, etc., etc. Thank you, it's nice to be here. Hope everyone's having a nice time. Oh.
Maryland native Jenna O'Malley, the sole writer, lives with her geeky husband and their beloved felines, a long-term anime fan, gamer, metalhead, history lover, and English teacher. She blends contemporary references with fantasy, history, and a dash of romance. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for having me here today, gentlemen, and Shannon.
Did I say Maryland right?
You got, well...
I thought you were calling her Maryland.
We Marylanders
not Maryland, weirdo.
It's Merlin, if you're from the local. Merlin.
And told that she was a weird child because she spent summers in the back rooms of libraries reading and drawing everything she researched. St. Houston embraced her eccentric passions for writing, even as she constantly traveled all her life with some years spent in the US Army. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, not bad. I feel like I'm being mean just reading people's bios.
No, it was fine. It's just weird hearing about yourself anyway, so.
And last but not least, Titty, Colin Clark, the voice.
Sorry, Martin, did I interrupt you? Yeah, carry on.
To work as your internal monologue.
Yep, I'll do that anytime. But yes, 'tis I, Colin Clark. And if you don't know who I am, as Richard said, where have you been? Come over to the Writers Farm. That's my channel. Come and see it. Yes. Richard, you're working these screens brilliantly tonight. I feel like I'm on an episode of...
Just to remind everyone, links to everyone's stuff is in the description, which is sometimes below, but I know YouTube have just changed it on the desktop where it's to the right. That way. It's over there.
Oh, goodness.
They literally, in the last couple of days, they changed it. So instead of expanding at the bottom, it now goes to this bloody horrible panel on the right, which is despicable. So it'll be somewhere on the page. Let's just say that.
Okie dokie. Oh, no. It's all there. I've checked.
We are going to be writing flash fiction. We are going to need a prompt. If you are watching this and have an idea for a prompt, write it in the chat now.
Now.
Yes, right now.
I mean, heckle us a little bit. Come on. A little bit.
My jumper is a sweatshirt, Barrett.
I was a bit worried. I thought Colin was about to take his jumper off for a minute.
Oh, good God, no. It's a bit chilly now.
Is Colin now promoting Irish nationalism?
People have asked me that. I haven't got a clue. I purloined it from one of my youngest son's friends. He moved to Australia and left his sweatshirt behind. It seems
Isn't Cumberland a type of sausage?
It's not far from Colin, isn't it?
Yeah, Cumberland's
Not
up here
that
somewhere.
Cumberland. Not the one we stole the name from. You know, the one where George Washington was. Oh, wait a minute. That might not matter because that's why we betrayed y'all.
Yeah,
it's not Cumberland.
It's a darn good job doing it as well.
So now you're trying to start
for that George Washington.
I adore these gentlemen. I adore them.
I mean, say what you will, but how much self-respect can you have a nation if your independence relies entirely on the French?
I was waiting for that, believe it or not. I was waiting for that. But hey, at least we got some good food out of it, question mark?
We're off and running. Richard's in hysterics.
Right.
Can that,
Before
be
when
the
it's
prompt?
in.
Can that be the prompt for tonight?
Sure.
Oh no, we don't want war as a prompt.
Whilst
Oh,
the
no,
chat
maybe not,
clamber
maybe
over
not.
themselves to post prompts for us, we are going to play a little warm-up game I like to call Play Your Library Cards Right. We're going to start with Colin, and Richard is going to keep score. There's going to be
I'm going to attempt to keep score.
there's going to be 5 cards, and if you guess if 3 of them are higher than lower rated than the previous, going by their Goodreads score, you win yourself a much coveted second spin on the wheel of genre.
I thought they were
It's
getting
a format
flash up
point.
our checkbook and pen.
This gets crazier every time I come on. I love it. And
Okay,
Barrett
I'm
did
keeping
give us a
score.
prompt, by the way. The prompt is there from
Yes.
Barrett.
Don't give us a twirl, give us a prompt.
You're a matron. Yes. You find a box with a finger in it in your post box.
Okay.
Sounds very
I think for the romance prompt that could go quite funnily.
Well, it didn't actually say a human finger, did it? Or is that more erotica?
AF has a good suggestion.
Black rose on your.
Oh, a black rose on your doorstep.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that one.
If
I
we
just
were
want to say
smart-
that. I just want to say that Barrett told me he was tossing his salad, which is why he can't be participating. So make of that what you will.
Is that a euphemism for something else, Barrett?
Barrett,
Yeah.
euphemism? Surely not.
Well, no. My students have said something similar in regards to their head being in a toilet when sick, if you know what I mean. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I hope that's not he's saying that he's ill. If so, I hope you feel better, hon.
Yeah, the old psychedelic yawn down the great white telephone. Yes, I remember that from back in the day.
Colin, you need to
Okay.
get that in the piece. That was a really good descriptive way of putting it.
Exactly. So, can we
Technically,
have these?
yawn.
Where's my library cards?
Oh, Martin,
Right.
you're doing the.
Richard, have you got your notebook and pen to keep the score?
I've got no. You shush! I've got the notebook and pen.
Okay.
I've written Colin down.
Right. First card.
It's usually this chaotic.
Animated as these are. Oh, what a nice book that is. And
So glad we can see who wrote it.
That's how they put the finger in there.
So, Colin, I'm not going to tell you the books, but do you think the next one will be higher or lower?
I think it will be lower.
Okay, let's see. Now, play your library cards right. Oh, you were right to go lower.
Wow.
It was Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman's Good Omens. I wonder if there's a theme occurring.
It looks like
Now-
there might be.
Is it Ernest Hemingway?
Do you think your next book is going to be higher or lower?
I'm going to go lower again.
Okay, let's see. Oh, it's Mort by Terry Pratchett, and it's 2 lower. Richard, note that down that you got it right.
I'm writing it down.
Okay, Colin, next book. Do you want to go higher or lower?
Higher.
Oh,
Ah.
this Colour of Magic is lower. That was not very good. It put me off Discworld for decades.
Is it?
Now, are you going to go higher again or lower once more?
No, I'm going to go higher this time.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Hey, you were right to go higher. Guards, it's one of my favorites.
And it was quite a few other people's favourites as well by that rating.
Yes. Was that my last one?
Was that
I
4?
don't know. He had 4.
Okay.
We probably should
Here
have
we
discussed
go.
this in advance.
Last card, Colin. Higher or lower?
Oh, really? Lower.
So we're going lower than 4.31. Let's see. Oh, it's
Yeah.
equal right. 403. Hey!
So Colin has 4
Dickie,
points.
score.
Colin has 4 points.
Hey, that's more than 3. He wins a second spin on the coveted wheel of genre.
Hang on, we've got 2 other people who have left to go yet.
Is the format
Yeah.
making sense? Who wants to go next?
Dare I volunteer as tribute?
Jenna's volunteering.
Okay. First card to warm things up is the frankly overrated by this score if nothing else. Nightmare Tenant by Richard Holliday. It's 4.62. Will the next book be higher or lower?
Lower, Martin.
Oh, your voice. What was that? Danish?
Hey.
Lower.
Oh,
Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. 401. You were right to go lower. Now, what could be next? Are you going to go higher or lower?
Yeah. Let's go higher.
ooh.
Ooh,
Stardust, you were right to go higher. Fantastic.
barely.
Higher or lower?
Let's go higher.
Ooh.
Oh. God, yes.
Coraline, 401. Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought Coraline would have been higher.
Okay. And next one, higher or lower?
Let's go higher again. It might have failed me before. Woo!
Hey, Neverwhere, 417.
Yay!
You were right to go higher. That's pretty high. I don't know if there are many higher rated books that aren't written by Richard Holliday. Are you going to go higher or lower?
Thank you.
Well done, Richard.
Thank you.
If you're an internet troll, he probably needs some more ratings.
Please, bots, rate me highly. Jenny, you've got one more go.
Oh, sorry. I have a kitty down here making some noise. So lower.
Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway, 381. You're right to go lower.
And that's all I got? Wow.
Richard Holliday, internet loves him. Hemingway, who's that?
There's no accounting for taste, is there?
Or lack of it.
Oh, well, there you go.
What was her score, Dickie?
She got 4.
Great stuff. You win a coveted second spin.
Yay!
Yay! So no
Luck,
challenge.
Shannon.
Oh boy.
Okay, so your first card. Charles Dickens' Tale of Two Sissies, 386. You going to go higher or lower?
I'm gonna say higher.
Higher.
Yay!
Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. You were right to go higher.
Yay. And I will go higher again.
Higher again. Oh no, Wuthering Heights. That's lower.
Haters gotta hate.
Mm.
And then higher again.
You go higher again. Yay!
Hey! Sense and Sensibility, 408. You going to keep going higher, or are you going to turn things down?
Let's stick with higher.
Oh,
Great Gatsby, 393. Who rates these? Are they wrong?
it's the public, isn't it?
So, one more card, higher or lower?
Oh. All right, let's go lower.
The Sun Also Rises, 381. Lovely stuff.
Wow.
So did you get a point for that? I forgot what the last score was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. Shannon gets 3 points. Should we give her a second spin anyway?
Yes. It's
What?
3 or higher for a second spin.
What?
Wrong way.
Yes, it was explained at the start. Do pay attention.
Yeah. You should lay off those wine gums, Richard. They're making you all giggly.
They're clearly actually full of wine.
People in the chat are saying that play their library cards right is their favourite format point, and they want to see more of it, I'm sure. We don't need to put that on screen. It's definitely written.
Yeah, I just can't tell who by, though. It doesn't appear to be appearing on my screen. Sorry.
Must be your ad blocker, Colin.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Okay. Your lack of an ad blocker, then.
Have we had any prompts?
A little look. Yeah,
That great one from Anita.
You've got this clarification from Barrett. Barrett never said any of this. You said Richard is full of shit.
I like that.
Oh my.
Yeah, I think that's a great prompt.
What, Richard being full of shit?
Yeah, that's the one.
thought he
This
was
is a really
full
great
of
prompt from A.F. Stewart. A black rose on your
Yeah.
doorstep.
I really like that one. I also like Barrett's one though, so I like both of them.
I've starred both of them, so we can come back to them a little bit later. So, if anyone else has any prompts, please get them in the chat quickly, because what we're doing next, Martin, we're going to the genre wheel.
The fabulous wheel of genre.
You could say it's really good.
Right.
Wow.
But hopefully you wouldn't say that, but yeah, I suppose you could.
I mean, it's not like I'd say myself, but it's something I've heard doing the rounds.
Devin's here.
Hey, Devin.
I don't like the sound of this.
Yes.
I don't know. He hasn't got any dirt on me, so it's fine. Right.
Okay, Dickie, spin that
Ooh.
wheel.
Actually,
Wow.
ooh, you can go down the bottom. Is there
Nice.
no wonders that we cannot achieve on this? I'll do that. Right, who's going first?
Okay.
Colin, you're going first.
Yay.
Historical, really good.
Do you want another spin, Colin?
No thanks, I'll stick with that one.
Colin. Story.
Spins are non-transferable and cannot be kept for your next appearance.
Good to know. Do you just want to go on up the ladder then?
Who's going next? Oh, Jenna, your turn next.
There is nothing in the rules saying you can't sell it to other contestants.
Well, I was hoping for a challenge, but okay.
You're going to stay with that then, Jenna?
Should Jenna stay with that, or should she spin again? Oh,
Nah.
spin again.
Doesn't want to spin again. Fair enough.
Okay,
It's
well,
Okay, Martin. I'm going to let Shannon go next.
Of course. What hosts would be the other way? Very fancy. Where's the website? I thought you'd build it.
Thriller.
Do you want another spin, Shannon?
I do want to know why there's no fantasy.
I'm doing Thriller.
I thought you were going to do Gangnam Style.
He's doing Thriller.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, my wife came in to bring me tea and do the Gangnam Style dance.
There we go. So, Shannon, did you want to spin again, or are you going to stick with Thriller? Spin again.
Yes.
Okay.
Spin again, yellow crowd. Oh, they love this format.
What if I get Thriller again? No.
Comedy. Yay.
I am not a funny person. This is not going to work. I am not a funny person.
retell
course
any
you are.
child story that comes to mind? Question mark.
So, who's going for the next spin? Shall I take one for the team?
I'll go.
Okay, Martin. Your life depends on this.
I hope you get romance for two streams in a row.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, right. And I'm going to... Shall I spin it for the last time, then?
You
Yeah, this
you
gives
might
me
as
luck.
well.
I'm going to get that little line in the middle, aren't I? Wonder what I'm going to get.
Super.
What could possibly go wrong with this?
Oh. Something
She
about
said.
the bed springs groaning, and so did she. Wasn't that your last favourite?
Oh, that was my
quote you
line
wrote?
from... it was from my short story, The Landlady, where I literally put, the mattress wailed, as did Connie.
There
He
is
has a
more.
romantic heart. You can tell, can't you? Yeah.
Well, it's apt, isn't it?
Yes.
A little bit.
It's lovely to see
Bethany's
Bethany
here.
Voltor in the chat.
Stream just got vote awesome.
Patron saint of Flash.
Excuse me. Oh, you said flash, not flashing.
I don't know what you've been on today, but I'd cut the caffeine out.
Or is it those candies?
Eva's here. Hello.
Hey, hi Eva.
Hi, Eva. Again.
Again, nice to see you here. Suri's here. Hello. Author JC Carpenter's here. Hello. Just make sure we say hi to everyone. Right. Has everyone got their Word documents open?
Yep.
I was born with a Word document open.
Sure you
That's
were.
not strictly true. I don't think they had Word until the early 90s, but
Yeah, I'm sure
Did
they
we
had
decide
the
the prompt,
plate
by
and
the
the
way?
chalk when I was born.
Did we decide on
We
the
haven't
prompt?
picked a prompt yet, no.
Now we've got two so far, so it's your last chance to get some in the chat if you want. We have this from Barrett Laurie. Find a box with a finger in it in your post box. See, whoever's writing the romance is going to have a lot of trouble with that one. Or
You make
we
it work.
have a black rose on your doorstep.
I do
So
like
like
the
threshold related themes here. Oh, and anywhere else here? Nice to see you.
I once went for a drink with a florist who explained in great detail the lengths one went to make a black rose, as they don't occur naturally.
Hmm.
This florist may have been deceiving me about having to put them in ink for a week, but there we are.
Just
You
get
can
that
just
little
make up the prompts.
aerosol tin of paint and there you go, black roses.
I thought they were just made out of paper, the black roses, but apparently not.
Yes, Eva, you can make up a prompt, so because we've only got two so far.
But you have to be quick about it because the train is moving.
Woo, woo.
Oh, lordy. It was so much more peaceful and organised on your show, Shannon.
That might
We
be
like to have
because
some
Richard
fun.
wasn't awake yet? Question mark.
Oh, yeah.
Richard
he
was
in the chat.
away.
He was first in the chat as well.
I steamed in there. Oh, there's another train pun there.
There's another train pun there.
Let's give another couple of minutes for prompts to magically conjure themselves into being, and then if not, we will decide on which of the two to go for. So just throw things in the chat. It's literally the first thing that comes to mind that you think is decent.
Colin, how are you at coming up with conversations to stop dead air?
Very, I don't find it easy, actually. I rely on Adam to do that. I just say, Adam, you must have a question. And he usually thinks of something to say in that unintelligible Scottish accent of his.
We need to get
Oh,
subtitles.
I thought that was the microphone.
Oh, he has got a bad mouth, definitely.
The mic.
Dear, oh
Yeah, I
dear.
did wonder the same, Suey. I have no idea what he's on today, but yeah.
I'm high on love. What can I say?
That's good because you're writing romance.
I am.
We're a
For
second
once.
night in a row.
Right, are we going with the two prompts we got then, chaps?
Yeah, because no one's saying anything, which is fine because we've had two wonderful prompts. We have either you find a box with a finger in it in your post box, or should it be mailbox from an American perspective?
He was being considerate to us Brits, I think.
Well, if it was a
I like him.
if it was a British post box, it's more likely to decapitate your finger.
I was
We
going
don't
to
have
say, he
time
said
for it.
post box. I'm thinking post office box. Like you got to actually go to the post office and get it versus in what's at your house.
You know, unless you're in an apartment block, in which case they have those little doors, don't they, that you open up?
You can go downstairs for them. It's a bit of a pain. Or we have a black rose on your doorstep.
You not have one of those post box, Colin?
Nope. No, I have a normal letterbox in my door.
You
So
drag
your
the
postman has to
all the way
come
up
all
there?
the way up to whatever floor you're on.
Yeah, our post is very fit. He starts at the 14th floor and walks all the way down every day.
Ooh. Wow.
That would be a good prompt for a flash fiction, just saying.
Mm-hmm. It would.
Starting on the 14th floor and working his way down.
Oh dear. Okay then.
Isn't the Post Office one of those food delivering services here in the US anyways? I wouldn't know. I'm British.
That's Postmates.
All right. I like that lightsaber.
That's my hubby. We have a set to share.
Oh, who
Oh.
threw that out there? I do wonder.
Oh, thought we weren't playing that game anymore.
Wow, look at that. The mail's delivered to a hub about a mile away.
Ooh. You said 0.1 miles away. That's like literally down the road.
Just totally off topic. Jenna, have you seen the story Detectives lightsabers, or is that perhaps where you got yours from?
He's got some impressive sabers.
Kyberlight is the site you got them from? All I know is the brand behind them is Kyberlight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that. Robert Jones actually, he has a business, doesn't he, selling lightsabers?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I remember hearing about that now.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't ring a bell at first, no. But
sorry, carry on.
No, you
Jen.
go ahead.
That's all right. I'm just waiting for our host to decide when we're going into our prompt.
Okay. Who wants to make the decision?
Are we going to vote?
No, you can
Okay,
choose.
who votes for Barrett's
If you want to have a finger or a rose, then go crazy. But Richard, no innuendo. We're better than that.
Exactly. I personally, I like both, but historical, a black rose on your doorstep seems good.
I'm going to go with the black rose.
Agreed.
So we're going for. Sorry, Barrett. We're going to go for the black rose on your doorstep. On
But you
his
can write
literal
about a
doorstep.
finger if you want. I think I will.
I think I'd better not write about a finger in my character's postbox.
Yes,
What did
think
we
that's
just
a
say?
dashed good idea, Richard.
And
We leave
anyone
that for the
playing along
nighttime
at home,
version.
you can write a piece of flash fiction and you can have Colin, the voice clerk, read it out on air.
Pardon?
Just got voluntold. Sorry, honey.
Okay, yeah, usual.
Volunteered.
I like that, voluntold.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to steal
I'll
that.
have to use that next time I get told it's time to take the bins out by my beloved. Right, okay then. How long have we got,
Wait.
chap?
We've got, according to Martin's wonderful timer that I'm trying to find while I'm filling the time.
We're going to write for 10 minutes. We're going to come back and have a bit of a natter about what we've written, and then we're going to write for another 10 minutes to finish off, and then we shall read some flash.
I'm finding the timer now.
Super.
Okay, it's adding the timer. Ooh.
Pulling keyboard forward.
I've got it already going.
Hold up.
Hang on. Does it by
Done
itself?
the timer wrong.
Okay, on your marks, get set, right.
I do believe we're out of time.
We are.
Just thought I'd mention it.
Thank you. You are always a treasure, Colin. Thank you.
And like all good treasure should be buried. Yes, I know. Yeah.
So I'm going to ask what Martin's about to ask him. How do we all get on?
Who are we asking?
Let's go around the clock, shall we? So Shannon.
Start with Shannon. Yeah.
Okay. 268 words.
360. That's pretty good.
But it's not funny in any way.
Okay. Still plenty of time.
You underestimate yourself.
No.
I got 119 words, and it's slightly funny, but it's not supposed to be.
No, it's not. It's supposed to be thrilling. It can be multiple things. Jenna, how did you do?
333. The aliens have arrived.
Wow.
Hey.
Good news.
Good.
And Colin, how did you do with your historical?
126, and I wish the aliens would arrive.
I'll send them over later.
I'm going to
Still
need
time.
them.
I managed 341 words.
Yeah, whoopie-doo.
And it's more melancholic than romantic, this story.
So,
Well, make your call in love.
We need to inject some love into its veins.
Right.
I honestly don't understand why you're so resistant to writing romance. If you could figure it out, you would be set for life.
Oh, yeah. Did say I once did try the old Mills and Boon, their download they used to do, telling you how to write Mills and Boon's books. I once tried that many years ago under the handle Sabrina Love Trumpet. But yeah, needless to say, it never got any further than that. But
well, I finally decided what my Mills and Boon pen name could be. I could be Regina Hertz.
Oh, dearie me. Are we after the watershed yet? No, we're not. It's only 20 to 9. So,
I came up with a really good pen name, but apparently Roger Moore was taken.
Oh, dear.
Is that for your Mills and Boon, Mart?
Yeah.
Hiya.
There we are, you see. Excellent drag name, Colin. Thanks, Barrett. I often thought it would make a darn good drag name. Sabrina the Love Trumpet.
I had a name stolen by a drag act once. True story.
Don't
What?
act so shocked, Barrett. You know what my first draft of my pen name was going to be? It was
Yeah,
going
well,
to
we
be...
don't need to know that before 9 o'clock in the evening in the UK.
Okay.
Or
Are we covering
4 p.m.
Ofcom
Eastern.
on this show, Martin?
Hmm?
They're powerless against us. But we want to keep an audience. Okay.
I have no idea what I'm writing. I have no idea what's going to happen next. And it might just be 50 more words and call it done.
I've got a lonely lady in a house.
We are halfway there,
Halfway.
as the poet Bon Jovi once said.
If you're calling him a poet, we're in trouble.
Do we want me to read my poetry again? Because I did it on a stream with Benjamin T. Milnes, and you had to be there to experience it.
I can't believe you didn't put the replay up for all of us to laugh at.
Is
I mean,
it-
to admire your skill at poetry. Sorry.
I mean,
is
he
it
wrote some
true,
pretty shocking poetry as well.
is it true that Ben's half of Mills and Boon?
He puts the in. So what would his pen name be? Bend over.
No, that's already been used.
I thought I left my teenage student humor at work yesterday, guys. Come on.
So you haven't watched the show before.
I like the way you say guys, and really it's all just Richard. Sorry, Richard. It's that way.
Don't try and blame Shannon for this.
Yeah.
Well, notice I
would
said
say-
guys, or else I would have said guys and Shannon.
Yes, you would. That's very true.
I mean, really, the reason we have Colin on is to keep us out of trouble, and he fails to do that. So I don't see
Yeah.
how we're to blame at all.
Fail miserably. Yeah, it's entirely my fault, obviously.
This is not
You know,
Puss
we
in
should-
Boots.
Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots.
See, that would have been a good prompt.
It would have been, because we're a very cat-centric kind of circle here, don't we?
Absolutely.
Certain movies ruined me on that character forever, I think.
Oh, it may be. Would any of those be the Shrek movies by any chance?
Maybe.
There is.
See,
Yeah, Martin on full screen because there's a visible cat.
I think mine finally went down for a nap, so thank goodness.
Are we doing the same after this?
I think you're going to need one. Yes.
Shannon,
Well,
on the
just
other
going up
hand,
Shannon's third stream of today, which is at 1 a.m. our time.
Yes.
Going to be bleary-eyed and buggered after that.
And moving swiftly along, let's talk about something else other than Richard being buggered.
We shouldn't be talking about Barrett Laurie's, biggest fantasies.
Now you see,
I
Barrett, there's
don't
nothing
think
I can
It's
do
appropriate to
about
put
this.
fantasies in other people's heads about yourself.
Precisely. Behave, Richard.
Yes, dear. Yes,
I
dear.
can't very well say, Richard, get out. It's your channel.
I want to say that might end the show completely. With that.
Siri says it's on at 6:30 a.m. her time. Well, that's better.
Richard,
no,
imposter syndrome is something that happens to other people, isn't it?
Yeah, I prefer the 1 a.m. actually.
Have you turned nocturnal then, Colin, in your old age?
Yeah, I've turned nocturnal this year. I mean, last year I was getting up 7:30 in the morning. This year I'm lucky I'm in bed before 7:30 in the morning. Too many live streams to watch. Too much to do.
There's always that kind of feeling that you just want to be there and just be part of the whole kind of thing. But sometimes you just got to say, I'm only human, my poor body can't take it.
Yeah,
And
I know, but
sometimes you have to throw up another 10-minute timer and finish your flash fiction.
So was that a hint, Martin, that talking time is over? Before I
No,
say
it was a
anything
direct
else?
order. Chop, chop.
Before I say anything else,
she uses a timer for our chat so that we always start the writing sprints on time.
Timers save lives.
Yeah, we really only got another 10 minutes for this.
Oh, see, it's not me starting. It starts by itself. Bloody thing. I blame Martin who made it.
Say when.
On your marks, get set, begin typing.
Okay.
Cool. I'm getting better at this.
Oh, we go.
I wish I was.
Bethany has been working on something for another project. Ooh.
Oh, how convenient. You've written something, but isn't required to be read out.
So Bethany was writing something else. Barrett was tossing his salad for the last at least 20 minutes. So who knows? But if anyone did in the chat write anything, we do have a thing. Oh, sorry. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to enter, you can go to
I
this
bought
page
your
of my
book today,
website.
Ginny. I'm just telling Ginny I bought Beastly. Do get it. It's very good.
Is it
I've only read
beastly
the
good?
bit that you can see on the thing at the moment.
Excellent. Oh,
I'm trying to see how many words I wrote, so talk amongst yourselves.
yes, yes.
Richard, have you explained to everyone how to submit their piece to be read aloud?
You can send it to me by email, or if you want to be fancy, you go onto this, or just email me, or telegram me, or any of these other TikTok. No, don't TikTok me. Don't understand TikTok.
And your email, in case anybody hasn't got it, is running along the bottom of the screen, yes?
Yes.
Do we have to
Yes.
send it? Because it didn't meet the prompt at all, or it didn't meet the. Mine's not funny at all. I had no way to make it funny.
That's
We'll be the
okay.
judge of that.
Mine's somewhat historical, but more hysterical. And I don't mean funny. I just mean me in hysterics trying to write it. And
I didn't manage to fit in Michael Jackson's Thriller at all.
I was wondering if anyone was going to try to go there today. It's
Well,
all right.
the
We've got
animal-
alien abductions. We're all right.
alien abduction, that sounds good. I should have gone sci-fi, shouldn't I? Definitely. Instead of an extra spin next time, can we sort of have a prize that whoever wins gets to pick their own genre for their
I was
flash
thinking of
Oh,
adding
you'd
some
like that,
kind of-
wouldn't you, Clark?
I was thinking of turning the wheel of genres into basically like the wheel of fortune, where you have like free spin or bankrupt or some other options in there, just to kind of spice it up a little bit.
Is it submissions at Richard Holliday, or is it Richard Holliday submissions?
Just send it to my email, Colin, with the link.
Good.
Yeah.
It's much easier. I just have to hit
Don't
that.
worry,
and it
you
comes up.
overcomplicated things here, Dickie.
Flash.
It's me being a bit too flash, shall we say?
Ha.
Oh.
Right, hold up. Gotta get me thing now. I'm just gonna copy and paste it. It's much easier. Paste. Send.
I think Colin should be the voice of Siri on iPhones.
Oh, good God, no. Well, I don't know. If Apple would like to pay me to do that, that'd be absolutely fine. Would I be on a royalty share, do you think, for every time it was used?
That's what I was just about to ask. How would they pay you for that one flat fee to record, I guess, a
Royalties on
database
every
worth of
request.
stuff? Or
They probably do, actually, because I know Angela on VoiceOver Angela, she does quite a few phone messages and things, and you get the one-off payment, and then your voice is out there forever.
Is the talking clock still a thing?
I don't know. I haven't heard it. I used to like that.
Yeah. At the fourth stroke, the time sponsored by will be.
Woo! At the fourth stroke, I'll get very, very excited.
I expect that sort of thing from Richard, but not from you.
Usually it's me that gets into trouble. That was 100% Colin, wasn't it?
I
It
thought
was
you were going to say
100%
usually it's
me,
you
yeah.
who gets excited.
Bankrupt is romance.
Right, I am waiting for Shannon's piece.
Barrett, did you write anything?
My piece is not funny. I don't really want to share it.
We'll be the judge of that.
It's not funny. It's
Well,
stupid.
that's okay. I mean, that's funny in
Right.
itself.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's surrealist. Yes, surrealist comedy.
I can't do funny.
Yeah, there's a fish on a bike.
That's okay. Don't feel bad. Richard can't do funny either.
I can't do romance either.
But shh.
See, he's on to you.
Yes. It's,
It's
you know, there we go. He's editing video on sprints.
That is exactly the face that Barrett would pull for a mugshot.
What, this one?
Mm-hmm.
Slight
It's like
eyebrow
cocky-
raise.
The slightly cocky eyebrow.
Yeah. Are you being serious? Is what it says, really, isn't it? Oh,
I think from that picture, he wants the police to ask him, "Can you give me the number of your dentist?"
Yeah. Wow. As I said, Evangeline's here. So, good evening, Evangeline.
Oh, I've hidden no comment. Hang on. Ugh. Hello.
Love the hair color,
Yeah, I
by
was
the
just
way.
thinking that is a really nice hair color.
Hang on. Has Barrett been arrested?
Barrett, are there things we don't know?
Yeah, there are so many things we don't know about Barrett, and he's going to keep it that way.
He's worked in education. That might be a good idea.
I don't even know if Barrett is his real name. I mean, it's not really a name, is it? It's more of a surname.
No, it's sort of like, yeah, okay. I've never ever thought of that, Martin. Sorry, I just think Barrett.
Americans have funny names like Tucker.
Well, as I said, my youngest son's name is Corey, and that's really an American name.
Why did you name your son Corey?
I didn't. His mother did.
Oh, you should have put your foot down.
Oh yeah, no, his Corey is Cory.
If you watch the I mean it's the third episode of the Twilight Zone, the character it's about a guy who's been left alone on an asteroid as a prison sentence, and his name is James Corey.
You have
It's a
this
nice nod to the author of the book.
facility for remembering trivia.
Well,
I
it's
only
like
found out-
something really useful, except it's not.
Colin, you watched the Reacher TV show, didn't you?
I did. I loved it.
It was really good. And I found out recently that in the last episode where he's walking into the cafe, he walks past a guy who sort of nudges him. That guy was Lee Child.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nice
The
bit
one
of...
who walks into him, yes.
The one who he walks past and kind of nudges, like, "Oh, sorry, excuse me."
Yeah,
That was
I've
the
actually...
actual author of the books.
That's it. I'm going to go back and watch that episode now just to see. But Lee Child must be very pleased because the guy who's playing Reacher in this series is Reacher-sized. He's 6'5" and built like an outhouse. And he's also a good actor. And I thoroughly enjoyed that series.
I was sad when it ended, Colin, because I got quite into it, and I don't really watch Netflix or Amazon Prime shows, so I don't have time really. But
Oh, no,
that
I'm
one
looking forward to
that one
Stranger
worked for me.
Things. Stranger Things is on soon. I'm looking forward to that.
Bex is here. Hello.
Hi, Bex.
Yay! Hope the contractors have been fair to you today.
Oh, I've got an email from Shannon.
It's Richard. I totally refuse to send you this piece. It's not funny. Love and kisses, Shannon.
I almost wrote that, something like that. I actually had to delete it. I just deleted it and put nothing in the email.
Yeah, I just copy and paste.
So, shall we begin the readings?
Yeah,
It's fine, you're here. It's better late than never, Bex. Thank you. He was also back in time for the fun stuff.
Exactly.
Talk amongst yourselves while I sort this out.
Okay.
Or do you want me to start singing?
No, thanks. No, it's okay. We'll think of something to say, won't you, Martin?
Sure, Martin.
Like the fact that Colin has a stream with Adam on Friday the 4th of March. What will you guys be discussing without me?
Without you, unfortunately, we'll be discussing. Well, we'll be meeting and having a good old chat with Bonsart Bokel, who is the author of The Wrench in the Machine. And yes, it's steampunk. So the whole evening will be devoted
that's
to
gonna be good.
Bonsart, and is amazing. There's amazing artwork on his website as well. If you've never seen it, take a look. So that's what we'll be
great.
doing Friday, Martin. What will you be doing? Will you be sticking cogs on something somewhere?
I
Sticks
know
and bloody
Richard's
cogs
already
on it.
reaching for his Pritt sticks.
Excuse me.
Pritt sticks, Richard.
Oh, Shannon's going wild.
Yep.
Okay, Shannon wins the award for the most impressive special effects.
Nice camera cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was very
Yeah, I've never learned that.
cyberpunky, wasn't it?
I'm probably gonna have to take myself out of the stream and come back in to get it to work right.
Do what you got to do, Shannon. I will, in the meantime, not sing, but I will click this button here. Ooh, can we all see that?
Oh, we can.
Kind of.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
just
going to make it. I'm
very,
going to make it
very
bigger.
small, but
I'm going to make it bigger.
Richard's favourite game is finding out which author tubers use pen names by reading the name on their Word subscription when they share documents on streams.
Right up here.
Yes.
yeah. I don't usually really hide mine anyway, so no worries.
Good thing mine is my pen name.
Yes, but
mine is.
It's me getting in trouble there.
Mine
It's
isn't.
me getting up to
Never
no
mind.
good. Right. So, Martin, it seems like you're first up with the reading.
I always
Yeah.
start. Kafimp clap. Dominic heard the letterbox open and the post deposit itself on the doormat. He trotted down the stairs to where the small jiffy bag now sat. There was no obvious address or postmarkings. Someone must have personally dropped it through. He opened to find a small card box, the kind you might receive an ornamental pen in. Popping the lid, it did not contain an ornamental pen, but a severed middle finger. This was not good. He opened the door and stepped out when he heard a slight crack. Looking down, a black rose was upon his doorstep. That was the sign he had been warned about. Dominic rushed back inside and grabbed his go bag. The number 10 bus was late as always. With potential pursuers at every angle, he couldn't wait around in the bus stop for a sniper to take him out with a stray bullet taking out old Mrs. Morris's draggy bag. He hailed a black cab and walked round to the driver's door. The driver was too slow in reaching for the lock before Dominic, who was trained in aggressively opening car doors, had him out on the street. He put his foot down and sped off into the mid-morning sun. There were several cars following him, or it could just be London traffic. He couldn't risk it. Dominic reached into his go bag and threw out a handful of spiked spikes for anti-pursuit distractions. The car immediately behind him, the front tyre exploded and turned halfway across the road in a half-hearted spin. He took a turn to the right and headed straight for Tower Bridge, the famed Raising Bridge in central London. And it was raising. He could be stuck in traffic for half an hour or more. He abandoned the taxi and started running, sliding under the barriers and heading towards the Raising Bridge. He leapt and sailed through the air to the other side of the bridge, growing closer and closer, yet higher and higher. He wasn't going to make it. Splash.
That was really good.
Like where it cut off for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was like a James Bond film in about a page.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and
Or
very
you going for
amusing,
Johnny English.
very amusing turn of phrase. I like that.
I'd like to be able to write thrillers. They're very sellable.
They are.
I like that. Did not contain an ornamental pen, but a severed middle finger. This was not
How
good.
did he know it was a middle finger, though?
Because it was offensive.
Exactly. It was stood
That was
up in the
praise.
box like it.
Oh,
Evangeline's popped off. See you later.
Yeah, Dad just turned up unexpected.
Oh, she did say. Oh, okay. I thought you literally just made that up, Colin.
No, I'm just reading up the chat. Sorry.
I thought you were just being rude because she looked young.
No. Everyone looks young to me, Martin.
Even me.
Even you, Richard. Yep, that's true.
Okay.
Apart from when
Next
you
up is-
look down and we can all see the top of your head.
Oh dear.
It's all going south, isn't it? Next up is the lovely Jenna O'Malley, who's going to be reading this. Now, I'm hoping this prose isn't purple, despite its colour being purple.
It can be if you want it to be.
That's fine. No, I'm looking forward to this. Jenna, you were writing a sci-fi.
Sure. So,
When you're
opening the when I'm ready. You sure? Okay. Opening the front door was the worst idea on a Saturday morning. Instead of watching my cartoons, I'm forced to take out the trash. What person in their right mind does trash pickup on a Saturday morning? Do they not know there are better things to do? I have turtles to eat pizza with and superhero story arcs to keep track of. Instead, no. My mother decided I have to learn the importance of taking out the trash when the local government deems it is necessary for us to do so. Entire bull puke iced in hippo dung, if you ask me. Instead of finding the small backyard and its lush garden on either side of a pristine walkway, a gaping path into darkness greeted my half-awake eyes. Blinking a few times didn't send the image away, sorry. Closing and opening the door also didn't help. At my feet, a single black rose waved decaying petals up at me in the wind. I knelt to pick it up, but it felt heavier in my grasp. Once I stood, the world shifted back to my bedroom. I held the trash bag's bound loops in my hands once more. What the heck just happened? Or didn't happen, for that matter. The sound of a theme song I love kicked off from the television over my shoulder. Racing down the steps and for the front door again reintroduced me to the dark abyss and the single, dying black rose. Unlike the last time, my fuzzy rabbit slippers graced the welcome mat's rough and worn edges as if the wind had been waiting. It whooshed my bulk into the darkness with the rose in hand. Gusts kicked my back and knocked air from my lungs. Rain and thunder loomed into an ominous buzzing noise. I shouldn't have looked up into the bright neon magenta light overhead. Otherwise, I might have seen the trash bag careening for my face. A splitting headache didn't begin to define the ache slashing across my frontal lobe. On the other hand, the blinding light hanging above my head when I came to didn't help the situation. Where was I? What time was it? Welcome to the Otter Rim. The date is April 1st, 9875 at 6:21 p.m. Galaxy M Standard Time. What is the name you remember? I couldn't discern where the voice came from, and I was alone. Not remembering much, and with other thoughts fading into amnesiac awareness, I asked, "Name? Do you not remember your name? I have to assign you one from our randomized list if you like." Something sharp clenched my fist when I started to yell at their absurdity. In my hand was a thorny stem with a single black petal attached to the end. Rose. I think my name is Rose. Do I have to give you more than that? Depending on the cultural and time period ties we find in your DNA after running some tests, you will have to pick a last name and between 1 to 5 middle names. What kind of tests? The ceiling opened up, and the grinding gears of a robotic arm shoved a set of 4-inch long needles slowly into my chest. A drastic key change altered the mysterious voice. The kind worth leaving your front step for, Rose.
That's really good. That's really good.
Bravo.
I think what you did well is even from the first line, you're putting questions in the reader's mind. So that was excellent.
I'm in awe at one, as I think Beck said the same. It's so beautifully formatted, and you wrote so much. Oh,
Bracers of guarding +3 help with pain? Question mark.
Barrett says, "Nice, Jenna."
Thank you
Very good.
all.
I
Lovely.
like that you painted a time that was recognisable without hitting you over the head with it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some really good turns of phrases in this, so well done. Oh, we've got more praise coming through. We got very nice. I'm always impressed at the quality that comes out in 20 minutes, kind of like frenetic writing. I mean, not from me, obviously, but from all
And
the other.
from me neither.
Okay.
To be fair, I saved the energy for you all today, so
Oh, we appreciate it.
That
I
was a
said I was doing
colossal
that earlier.
mismanagement of your time.
That's what I said I was doing earlier. It didn't work.
Okay. Oh, Colin.
Lord. As you can see, I wrote tons.
Oh. It's not the length that matters, Colin. It's what you do with it.
No comment. So,
I thought it was
What's
a
the
girl.
story?
I'll be sitting comfortably. You won't be there long, so I shall begin. Tarquin Jones wiped fresh mud from his riding boots and strode confidently through the wrought iron gates of Newsham House. He knew the way to the professor's study. Knew, too, it was too early in the day to be visiting. Boots echoing on the dusty tiles of the entrance hall, he made no attempt to hide the pistol in his hand, nor disguise the fresh bloodstains mottling the once pristine white of his tunic. "Stand where you are, sir." Professor Alfred Hester appeared like a wraith in the hallway ahead, a blunderbuss held before him in shaking hands. "You have no business here." Tarquin felt the smile move lips he could no longer feel, felt too the pumping of a heart which should not be beating. "To the contrary, Professor," he said, the words rasping over the roughness of a tongue too dry. "Today I return an unasked for gift." The professor's palsied hand set the blunderbuss shaking once more, its mouth-like barrel matching the shocked "oh" on the old man's face. The shock was but a momentary image, replaced all too soon by a calculating grimace. "One more step and I will destroy you," he growled. Tarquin reached into his tunic, withdrawing the blackest of roses from within its folds. He held it up like a torch-bearer stepping into the darkness. "This is the gift you left on my doorstep," he said. "This is the poisonous bloom which robbed me of life." Time slowed. Tarquin moved swiftly, covering the distance between them in an instant. Noting the old man's finger squeezing the trigger of his weapon, even as he swiped the black rose across his face. There was a crash of sound from the gun's discharge, but that sound was soon lost in the agonized screams from the dun dun dun.
Jesus.
The end.
That was so good, my book threw itself off the shelf.
Thank you.
Excellent use of the word blunderbuss.
agreed.
I love how even in that first kind of like 2 paragraphs, you really set the scene of the time and what was going on. That was really good. And there was just, I could listen to pages and pages of that. Let's go through the comments.
I wish I could have written pages and pages of it. It would have been nice.
Loves Colin reading. Prose is amazing. Treat already. Smooth like butter.
Merci, Bex and Barrett.
The book Ghost is back.
Apparently,
Serena says, wow. I mean, no more words to sort of compare to that. That was just amazing.
Thank you.
And it was also just very Colin Clark, wasn't it?
Yeah, apparently.
nice name choice too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where Tarquin
Even
came
said
from.
it was
The
okay.
first thing I put down was Tarquin. So from there on in, well, it was historical. Yes.
Ready to buy a Colin book.
Yeah.
JC says we need to know what happens next. Colin, I want to know what happens next.
Yeah, I want to know what happens next too. So
You have to make it up then.
Agreed.
I will. I
Oh,
will
it's
now.
okay.
Yeah. I want to know what happened before, to be honest.
Because I feel like we're coming to this story kind of like right at the right point. We want to know what's happened before.
Yeah, what is it? Arrive late, leave early. I think that's old screenwriting thing, isn't it? Arrive late, leave early in a scene.
Absolutely.
You think so?
Say yes.
Super.
Right, who is next? We've got the lovely SD Houston. We have a problem.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, there's a first.
And then my husband's last name is Willis, so I always say I went from one-liner name to another one-liner name. So what you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, what you talking about, Willis? I remember that.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Everyone get ready to laugh.
No, please don't set that up. It is not funny in any way. I tried, but there's nothing funny about it. Right. Sissy opened the door after the bell rang, and there on the doormat she found a black rose encased in a clear package. Slyly, she looked back and forth. No one around. Her hand started for the package, and she ran upstairs to her room. Leaning against her bedroom door, she listened. Who was at the door? Sissy stuck out her tongue at hearing her big sister's voice yelling down the stairs. Becky went back to her room, listening to some music that sounded like caterwauling. Even though it was an awful noise, Sissy thought she might miss the music when Becky finished school and moved out in a few months. She listened a bit longer, but when she heard nothing else, she plopped the black rose on her bed. To Becky, my love. A red tag stood out on the package. Gods. Sissy pulled a hand over her face. Boys were so gross. She didn't think she'd ever like a boy like her sister did, not even if she was 10 years older and Becky's age. She peered closer into the package, and the waft of chocolate washed over her. She ripped through the clear package. She loved chocolate. The rose petals were crafted so finely, lines intricately carved, they almost looked real. She plucked one off. He loves Becky. She ate the piece. A gooey center squirted when her teeth chomped down. Then she took another rose petal. He loves her not. Warmth hit her tummy and swam up to her head. Another piece broken off and popped into her mouth. He loves Becky. He loves her not. He loves Becky. He loves her not. She hiccuped. The warmth she felt before now flamed across her cheeks, and she lay back across her bed, popping another rose petal into her mouth. He loves Becky. Her bedroom door slammed open. Becky frowned down at her. Who are you talking to? Sissy reached over and snapped off the last rose petal and dropped it into her mouth, giggling. The warm liquid squirted out again, going to her head right away. He loves her not. What? Becky picked up the now empty packaging, reading what Sissy hadn't bothered to read. Wine-soaked chocolate rose petals infused with rum liqueur. Sissy giggled more, covering her mouth. Richard doesn't love you. You little twat, you ate my rose? Sissy laughed, holding her sides as she rolled on the bed. Becky threw the packaging on the floor. And you're drunk? Shh. Sissy sat up with a finger to her lips. I won't tell Mom your boyfriend gave it to you. My boyfriend? Yeah. I don't know who Richard is.
Should we be having a song playing in our heads right about now? Or should I be missing doing lunch duty at work right about now? Because I totally do.
That was sweet, but also funny.
Yeah, I was
But
trying.
also
I don't know
have
where I
a
was going to
dark
go with it.
twist.
Huh?
Sorry, Martin, you were saying?
It could also have a dark twist.
Don't know who Richard is.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Shannon, you get points for using the word twat.
Caterwauling.
That's quite funny. Going through the comments.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that before? Who doesn't love Becky? Oh, that's it. Excuse me.
I mean, the song does say he likes it.
Oh dear. Eva says, "Oh, this is cute." And look, Eva says, "Nice take on the prompt."
Thank you.
And Jenna says, "Like lunchtime at work." I believe that. JC says, "Lol," which is always good for a comedy, isn't it? Barrett says, "That's funny."
I think we're laughing more with names than what the story is.
I think we're going to see you at the Chuckle Factory sooner than you realise.
The Chuckle Factory.
I appreciate the confidence, but
And this is a good comment. It says, "Subtle comedy setting up for horror or thriller."
I kind of felt horror too as I was writing it. So I was like, man, I should just stick with thriller.
Someone could have put the right. Why would they do that to poor Becky? And JC was laughing at the story. So well done for taking on that challenge, because usually I think comedy is probably the hardest one to write, I would say. So yeah, well done everyone. And we've got one more story left. We've saved the best, inverted commas, best till last.
I thought we just had yours.
What? That was like my autobiography. Okay, this is my take on a romance. So get ready to not laugh, but
Your latest take on a romance.
Right, this is going in my compilation.
When the Price is Right comes out, you will be reviewed as noted romance author Richard Holliday.
Yeah, and please tell me that the girl's name in this isn't Autumn.
No, it's not.
No good.
Okay, I'm going to read this now. Okay, I don't want to read that first line now.
Oh, look, you've made him embarrassed. I don't think this has ever happened before.
Colin's broken me. Okay, not in that way. Not in that way. Okay, composure, Richard, composure. Autumn came late that year. The October sky still light and airy. Clouds fluttered in the breeze. Sandy stepped to the stairwell of her impressive home. The place was empty, devoid of life. Well, she lived there, but there was nothing to say this house was a home. Robert had moved on so long ago. Everything in the place was just as they found it when they'd moved in. The letterbox flapped just a couple of times. Glancing up, she couldn't see any figures in the frosted glass lights beside the door. She shook her head. Nobody came here to see her. Even the postman made a hasty exit, and he'd already been. In that way. No matter, she thought. Maybe it was the wind. She clicked the cupboard under the stairs to fetch her coat. The musky aroma of wood fibres, dust and grime infiltrated her nostrils as she pulled the garment out. She brushed it down. Motes of dust hung in the air before disappearing. Putting it on, she passed the lounge she spent so many happy times in. That was empty, shedding there, her room, most days now, hardly venturing out. The stereo sat unused, muted by her melancholy. The shelves stripped of CDs. Hers lived in a box under the stairs now. The drinks cases had a better time of it than they did. Even the cat had gone with Robert. Whiskey's dusty bowl with a litter of crumbs hadn't moved from the lip of the back door. She had to get out of this, but she didn't know how. The latch clicked and the door swung open, letting the sounds of the street into the quiet of the house. Oh, she said, glancing down. The mail had been neatly stacked. She hadn't done that, and on the bare threaded doormat a single flower. She picked up the rose and looked at it. It seemed real, but the deep red curvature of the petals was stained and sullied a jet black hue. Attached to the rose was a ribbon as equally blank and dark as the petals themselves. For you, sweet lady, to fill your house with my love once again. Robert, Sandy called, are you near, far, wherever you are? She scanned the street. The bushes moved, but only with the breeze. Black rose, she said to herself in a mutter. What's the world coming to? Sandy knelt and picked up the pile of stack mail and threw it on the table before closing the door behind her. She deposited the rose on the table atop the envelopes and walked the walk she did every day. She entered the off-licence and nodded at Sanjay, the shopkeeper. Good morning. Hello, Sandy, he said, kneeling behind the counter. Your usual. Sandy sighed with relief. After this morning, you know me so well. Sanjay returned to his position and placed the bottle of scotch on the counter. The amber liquid shimmered in the fluorescent light. She paid and carried the little blue plastic bag towards the exit. There she noticed a display of plastic roses for the upcoming spooky holiday. One of the openings in the cardboard was open. Say, she said, pivoting, but Sanjay had turned his attention to the next customer. Never mind, she whispered, edging out of the shop. She exited to the harsh autumn air and crossed the courtyard towards the pavement. She clutched at her coat, hiding the precious bottle of liquid against her frame. Hey, there she is, one of the urchin children squealed at the top of their voices. Sozzled Sandy, at it again. Piss off, she said, hurrying now. It's not funny. Think you learn to respect your elders? Yeah, the other kids laughed. But you're always off your face whenever we come calling. Little shits, Sandy hissed, dragging her feet as she walked up the gentle incline towards her house. As far as I got.
Yeah, bravo.
Sandy's
And
an alcoholic, by the way.
Yeah, I think we gathered that. But I agree with what Jenna said. Is you do love those little details, and they really.
I was literally thinking of this song as I wrote that line.
Yeah, but it just pulls you into the story. I thought, yeah, there's more there, certainly.
I think that could also go, because I kind of want it to be like, was it the kids who put the Halloween decoration on the doorstep to troll the woman, or is something else at foot? So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that. Very good.
Barrett says, I can be a grumpy, stubborn curmudgeon, but you are a gifted writer.
Oh, I'm sure he means it, of course, with all the love in the world, because you are stubborn and we love you.
Yes.
I'm not that grumpy. I'm quite jovial, jocular.
Yes.
I mean, Colin, you broke me earlier.
Yeah, I had to apologise to Eva afterwards, of course, not realising that was her daughter's name. Not good.
Naughty, naughty. Never mind.
So I think all of us up here safely can say the problems of a common name are.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Sue, you're quite right. There was room on that door.
You want to say hi to Morgan, which is always nice to see. Thanks for popping in. Bex says this has been hilarious. Can't wait to watch the replay. Yep, there's more hilarity the more you watch it. So, watch it multiple times.
Yeah.
That's,
of course, if YouTube keep it up once it gets on a replay.
Excuse me, Colin, you got trouble keeping it up on the replay?
Oh, goodness gracious. I should know better, shouldn't I, really? And I just don't.
I didn't know whether to call her Rose in the end, but I thought well, there we are. We've had all the pieces. We've had a lovely discussion. Have we all had fun?
Martin, yeah. Always have fun. Hello, Martin.
Thank you for doing this.
So much fun. Well, what a time we've had. We've written some memorable stories, and perhaps the best stories were the friends we made along the way.
Yes, sap.
I like that.
It was very twee, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It was slightly saccharine, shall we say?
And totally appreciated and worth it.
It was lovely.
It was heartfelt. So that's Martin writing the love story at the end of the evening.
Shannon's a true star around here too, to be fair.
Yeah.
True. We love encouraging friends to come onto this show.
Yeah, you can never get them to come on twice, though.
Well, you're on your fifth go around, surely.
Yeah, but I don't count. I'm part of the Brit Pack, so.
You have become at this point like a hedge, Colin. You are perennial.
Oh, thanks for that. Yes, I'll take that as a compliment. It was obviously intended to be. Thank you.
But you've got to remember, Flash Aha is not about writing good stories. It's about writing stories quickly and reading them aloud.
Very true.
And then panicking.
A lot of panicking.
I think we all had fun. I like to think we all had a shared experience this evening, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
We all shared an experience.
Where it'll be catalogued in the great catalogue of experiences, I don't know, but it's going to be in there somewhere.
Richard, do you want to go? Do you want to go around and begin the sign off?
We will go in an anti-clockwise direction. So we will start with the lovely, the inimitable, the fantastic Shannon SD Houston.
Thanks, guys, for having me on. I was really, really nervous to come on here, and I don't think that changed. But I'm glad that I took the chance to come on. And I really appreciate it. My name is Shannon, right under the name SD Houston. My channel is under SD Houston, and I think most of you guys know me already, so I'll just end it there.
Thank you, Shannon. That's very good. Next is Tis Him.
Oh, Tis I, yes. 'Tis I, Colin Clark. My channel's The Righteous Files, where I live stream sometimes on a Tuesday and sometimes on a Friday. And I do all sorts of stuff writing wise. And other than that, I narrate audiobooks now. So that's me done. If you've never seen me before, you're very fortunate.
Thank you. Next, we have the wonderful, the lovely, the sweetness that is Jenna O'Malley.
Well, thank you. I don't know how much the sweetness lasts at the end of a teaching week, but I am Jenna O'Malley, the soul writer. I have a channel somewhere here on the YouTubes. I have books out somewhere too. Links and things are in the bottom. Thanks for having me over for a visit. It's nice
It was
to
lovely
be
to
on the other
have
side of
you.
the pond.
Mhm.
We love these little gatherings we do on the last Friday of the month. Martin, you can now de-introduce yourself.
I was Martin. I am writing the upcoming novel The McMurdo Rift under the pen name Bradley Lejeune with my co-writer Malcolm. I also host a flash fiction series called Flash Aha.
Aha! You sneaky little. And I suppose I should disintroduce and get rid of myself. I'm Richard Holliday. I'm the author of Nightmare Tenants. Sign up to my newsletter. I write things. And yeah, I also do this, apparently. So yeah. Any last comments? Does it say? Let's see.
No, it's been great fun.
I just called him Barry, by the way.
Oh dear.
Thanks, Barry.
The next fun stream from Barrett is whenever he decides to do it. Yeah.
Actually, I'm sure he's on the panel later. Is he, Shannon? Or am I wrong?
Yes, he's on that panel later.
Yep.
7
But
p.m.
Every
EST.
stream from Barrett is a fun stream.
Shannon is having a panel. That sounds painful if she's having a panel.
Oh dear. And I think it's time for us to go now, chaps, don't you?
On that note,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not talking until I can find the ending thing. Bye, everyone.
No,
Take
tutty bye.
care.
Tutty bye. Come again.